Hello everyone, this is Variety Stick 2 and today's video I have my hands on one of the most affordable phone you can find right now on 2023. From TCL we have the IONv. The phone available through many different carriers and the phone also extremely low price. So in this video we're going to do unboxing review, tell you my opinion after I use the phone, check the performance, the camera and so on. So make sure first to subscribe to Variety Stick if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up to encourage me to upload more videos like this in the future. And without any further ado, let's find out. Now first let's go with the pricing. The phone available for $39 for all Tracfone customers. Rather to be Straight Talk, Tour by Verizon, Simple Mobile, Tracfone and so on. It's not going to be any difference. It's going to be the same phone, just you're going to see different packages. $39, very affordable phone. Now for those people willing to buy the phone as unlocked to use any carrier or provider, the phone available for $100 as retail price. As the time I record the video, Amazon have a little bit discounts for $79. I believe because I'm recording the video through the holiday, the Black Friday deals, so that way you get a little bit discount. So if you're interested, I will leave the link in the description box for Amazon if you want to take advantage of the $30 off on the device. Now let's take a quick look on the main specification. As a budget phone, you guys not gonna expect high specification. This phone will be great for someone who wants to use the phone, doesn't really care about high performance, play video games, multiple apps at the same time. So someone not looking for good camera or performance, just daily use phone, this maybe is gonna be a great device. For the specification, starting with the display, we have 6-inch 720 LCD screen, 720 which is the high definition only for the resolution. The amount of PPI is going to be 268. So in my opinion, for the price, something will be acceptable, nothing fancy. Moving to operating system, Android, which is not the latest right now, but you guys not going to expect to see phone for $39 right now with Android 14 because a few phones already came with Android 14. So, and also we have a custom UI from TCL. TCL called it TCL UI. I'm going to show you later on in the video and tell you more about the operating system. Now moving to the hardware, the processor is going to be made by MediaTek. We have 6762V, it's octa-core. GPU is going to be Power VR. Again, the processor is not going to be something high and you guys not going to expect high performance, but still I'm going to run games and show you the performance later on in this video. Now for the memory, the phone has only 32 GB of memory, which is in my opinion is not much enough for people who want to download games and play video games, because the operating system will take half of the memory already. So make sure don't buy this phone if you want to download games and so many applications, because the memory is not going to help you. 3 GB of RAM, which is decent in my opinion since it's a low budget device. Moving to the camera, we have only single camera, 13 megapixel, just wide camera, so we don't have macro, we don't have more zooming and ultra wide. 1080 for the video with 30 fps, very standard. For the front facing camera, 5 megapixel with 30 fps, 1080 resolution, very standard. Also I'm gonna show you some samples of pictures so that way you can check the quality by yourself. Final would be the battery. The phone 3000 milliamp, it's removable. The phone is able to charge the battery with 10 watt of quick charging, which is something acceptable for a phone for that price in my opinion. Now this phone also is going to be a 4G LTE, it's not 5G. The phone is not waterproof, not water repellent, so be careful about this. And this phone also doesn't have wireless charging, so the phone is very budget and you guys not going to expect many features for the phone. Now let's go ahead and do the unboxing. We're going to have the first impression and let me show you the box. The box actually does not open like a box, and it seems to me Straight Talk finally changed the packaging. As you guys can see, the main specification as I explained, and they tell you about the plan, etc. So let's go ahead and open and have the first look on the phone. And it's definitely not the easiest box to open, so let's go ahead. So we have another plastic package here. So this phone is not eco-friendly because they use plastic. We have a cover, and first we're gonna see the phone. Let me go ahead and remove take the phone out of the box. There we go. As you guys can see, the battery is not installed yet on the phone. So we have the camera, SD card, also slot for memory card, some IMEI information, and this is where the battery goes. I'm gonna go ahead and also install the battery, but let's go ahead and look. So we should have a C-type with 10-watt TCL adapter, which is nice to see because more expensive phones we don't see a charger. Also we have a cover or the back for the phone, so go ahead and open so that way we can install this and the battery. I don't know, guys, let me know what do you think about this phone that has still removable battery. Would you like a removable battery? Maybe this is the only advantage I see for this phone. For those people wants removable battery, in case if something happens they can replace the battery. And this battery only 3000, so it's not big, but this phone is not too powerful, so you guys not gonna expect high performance, so the phone is not gonna drain the battery. So go ahead and install it and put the back. We can remove this screen protector on the camera. Go ahead, snap this in, remove that screen protector, and here we go. Here, this is the phone. And by the way, the phone is very lightweight, as you guys can see. It feels nice and it has surprisingly, and the back of the phone looks good though. Beautiful. So we have flash and we have single camera here, and we have some textures. It feels nice, and fingerprint is not going to be magnet. That is plus. This phone does not have fingerprint to unlock the phone. It has power key, volume up down key. We have C type, and also we have a headphone jack. So let's go ahead, power the phone on. We're gonna start playing with the phone, spend some times, and we're gonna come back with more details and information. Stay tuned.
2,000 years later.
Now, after spending a little while with the phone, let me kick off with the design and the build construction. Now, the phone made out of plastic, and this is something very expected from any budget device. The phone feels nice in the hands. The weight of the phone is not too crazy. It's very lightweight, which is nice. We have bezel over here. The phone does not have fingerprint, but it has face unlock if you want to have some security and easy way to unlock the device. The battery and the back, it's removable. Something good for some people like to replace the battery if you feel the battery doesn't keep up with the performance. Something nice to see. The phone, it's very classic. I mean, nothing is fancy, nothing a premium on the look of the phone. So there's not much I can talk about the build construction, but I would say it's acceptable, but very normal design. Now moving to the display in general acceptable, but it's not good display in my opinion, that because even on the high brightness the screen will lose colors from angle of view. Also you feel like color not saturated. This screen need a little bit work from TCL. For whatever reason the screen is not too good, but for the price I would say it's fine at the end. Who cares if you just spend like $40 on the device? So this is very expected if you're willing to buy a phone that you're not gonna get the best experience with the display. Now moving to the operating system, as known, TCL, they have their own operating system, they have their own features. The look of the phone, if you guys look to these toggles, it's not gonna look like a stock Android. So TCL pretty much customized the phone. In my opinion, I did not like the way they customized the phone and the way that this operating system works, because no additional feature added to the phone. So why you change the theme and put more stress on the device itself? So it's not going to be very optimized in my opinion after using the phone. But overall it will be just okay. But in my opinion, if TCL go with stock Android, they're going to put less stress on the phone. It's going to make the operating system run a lot more faster. And as you guys see, this phone has a bunch of pre-installed application. I believe this coming from the carrier because this is a straight talk. That's not something I like to see, all these applications in game pre-installed on the phone. Yes, you have the option to remove, but I would say if the phone came with a pure stock Android, no additional applications added except the basic apps, it would be a lot better in my opinion. Now, speaking of the performance for the hardware in this device, I would say the processor able to give you decent performance, especially with video games that require a lot of graphics. You're going to see a drop on the graphics. If you decide to play any video games, you guys going to see the graphic is very low, but the optimizing is nice, that because you get a smooth experience and no frame drop. So I would say this is something good, that they optimize the operating system with the hardware. The hardware is not good enough or is not strong enough to run any video games on the high settings, but at the end of the day, for those people willing to buy this phone, I don't think so they're gonna have any problems. Playing video games like Need for Speed, as you guys can see, the graphics is super low, but the frame is good, so we don't have frame drops. Same thing with any other 3D games. You guys can expect decent performance with low graphics. Now, speaking of battery, the phone has 3000 milliamp and the battery performance not the best. Yes, the phone doesn't have high specifications, so you're not gonna expect the phone to drain the battery quick, but 3000, in my opinion, still not enough. I would like to see 500 more. It will keep up a lot better with the phone, but it is what it is. The phone is very affordable and very cheap device, and this is what you get for your money. Now, speaking of numbers, I was able to get up to 8 hours screen on time. That all depends on the brightness level and what you normally do on the phone. It could be vary between 8 to 10 hours, which is in my opinion very acceptable. And also the charging speed, 10 watt for small battery, you guys will expect hour and 45 minutes to fully charge the battery, and the battery is replaceable, so in my opinion it's not bad at all. Now, last but not least would be the camera. As I say, we have only single camera, 13 megapixel. I was able to take pictures outside when we have enough light. It will be acceptable. Front-facing camera also, in my opinion, when you have enough light, it will be acceptable. No extra features, no portrait, no macros. So this camera very, very basic. Unfortunately, the camera will struggle if you have low light situation and you're going to see a bunch of noise. The camera also is able to give you some zoom, but the picture will be cropped. So I would say if you want to buy a phone with a good camera, absolutely you need to avoid buying this device, because the camera is just a basic camera. Well, at the end, if I'm gonna buy this phone because I want a phone just to make phone calls, yes, I would highly recommend, especially if you're on a budget. But if you want a phone for performance, you want a decent camera, maybe a bigger battery, I would definitely stay away from this device. That was very much it for that video. Let me know, what do you think about this phone? Did you purchase this phone already? Leave this in a comment below. Also, you can encourage me, give me a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to Variety Stick too if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. As always, we will talk to you in the next video.
Let's go. Yeah. I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, gotta